High anxiety, what to do about it? This time of year, a lot of people report an increase in stress and anxiety, and it could be due to several different reasons. I mean, we're in the fall right now. It could be the looming stress of the upcoming holiday season. If you are a parent, lots of stuff is going on. There's lots of places to have your kids and other things to think about. If you're a professional, maybe you're coming to the close of your fiscal year and there's extra pressure to perform. So this time of year really does have a whole lot of pressure associated with it, not to mention atmospheric change, which can set off all sorts of different things for you. If you have seasonal affective disorder, any type of range of that. We're out of the sun more, and the sun is so very good for us. We get a lot of vitamins from the sun, and so your actual body composition changes a little bit in the fall, in the autumn. And so today we're going to talk about not just high anxiety. If you're seeing this video at a time other than fall, we're talking about specific fall anxiety, but then also high anxiety during any time of the year, what you can do about it, how you can proactively get in front of it so that it doesn't impact you so much, and then where you can go from there. If that sounds good, give me a thumbs up on this video and check to see if you're a subscriber here, because if you're not, we invite you to become one. Click the subscribe button and the little bell so that you'll get notifications when we drop videos like this to help you live a lower stress, higher happiness life. I'll be right back.
GILD Coaching. More success, less stress.
Before we start, I just want to say, if you're experiencing high levels of stress or anxiety, there are solutions for you. So just start by taking a deep breath and know that this is figure-outable. Everything is figure-outable. Okay, another thing before we really dive in, if you are currently under the care of a doctor and you're taking anxiety medication, the information that I'm going to give to you today is by no means me encouraging you to go off of that medication without your doctor's knowledge or without your doctor's guidance. Always talk to your doctor if you are going to change what you're doing with any medication. Talk to the prescribing doctor about that. All right. I also want to disclose to you that I am technically medically diagnosed with clinical anxiety disorder. And I have conversations with my doctor regularly about how I'm doing, and I'm not medicated for it. And I self-manage, and I literally just earlier today, on the day that I'm recording this for you, had a conversation with my doctor, and she said, you're doing great. Like, I know, yay. All right. But it always helps to have that professional to bounce things off of, just so that you know that you're doing okay. Because oftentimes, especially for people who have anxiety and it's a chronic condition, sometimes you can get into a state of overwhelm and you don't really recognize it because it sneaks in gradually until it gets to a boiling point. And so if that is you, I do recommend that you maintain a professional relationship with a therapist or coach, mentor, just to keep a checks and balances on that, because that third party perspective always helps us see what we're not seeing. Okay, now let's get to the goods. We're going to go through just a couple of items that can help you understand if you really are experiencing technical anxiety. Now, that is a medical diagnosis. Stress comes and goes. I'm late for something, that's a little bit of stress. Anxiety is something that is more of a blanket over you, okay? So do you have a low mood? Do you go through periods, defined and longer periods of low mood? Does it include irritability? Does it include lack of motivation? Does it include a lot of worry? Worry over things that did happen, replaying it in your mind, worry over things that are still to come. Does that cause a sort of fatigue or lethargy or sleepiness about you? Sometimes you just feel like, why even bother? So that you don't really want to move forward because of that mood caused fatigue. And do you have a loss of interest in things that are very important to you? Like, for example, if you like physical activity and now all of a sudden you just don't want to go for the walk, or you don't want to work out, or you don't want to go spend time with your friends, if that's something that you do regularly. All of these things are signs of either long-term anxiety or seasonal anxiety, which is a thing, which is why we're doing this specifically in the autumn, because this is when a lot of that anxiety comes on, as I said before. Okay, so if you checked, I guess, 2 or more of those things that I just went through, there's a good chance that you're experiencing anxiety. All right, so what to do about it? Like I said before, there's several different things this time of year that can impact us. The stress of the looming holidays, if you've got kids, like golly, their activities seem to be just at a peak in the fall. For professionals, a lot of people go by their fiscal year on a calendar year, and that can create a lot of pressure for performance with the pressure of the upcoming holidays. So there's just a whole lot on us, especially in the fall. Also, for people who experience seasonal affective disorder, the lesser amount of sunlight, not being outside as much, not as much fresh air because it's cooler or whatever, all of those things can just make the perfect storm really for anxiety. So number 1, get more light. Have bright lights, not only in your home, not only in your office, but not just manufactured light. Light from light bulbs, great, you can see. But even if it's super cold, bundle up, go outside, let the sun hit that beautiful face of yours. Absorb some sunlight. I know that some people have sun lamps inside their home and office. I was just speaking with someone the other day. We were actually on a retreat. I taught at a retreat out of town. We were in a very, very warm, sunny environment, and we were all sitting outside discussing how wonderful it was to be in this super warm climate and be absorbing the vitamins from the sun and just feel the warmth from the sun. And several people live in really cold climates. One person was from Detroit and said, it's usually pretty gray from fall all the way through until the springtime. And, that really impacts them. And those people were saying, yeah, I have a sun lamp and it really, really helps me. I've known other people to go to infrared saunas and red light beds instead of a tanning bed. They go to a red light bed just to get that light, to get that exposure to the brightness and the warmth of the light. It really, really, really matters. So somehow, even if it has to be manufactured, get more light. I will always say that natural is better. There's one other person I spoke with who lives way far up north in the United States, really close to the Canadian border. And she said that, usually late January, they just take off a week and go south to Florida, the coast of California, somewhere where it's warm, somewhere where they can be outside in clothes that don't cover as much skin as they wear or they have to wear in the winter, so that they can absorb that, just to give them kind of that little break from the dreariness and the cloudiness, to get that extra light. It's better to have it on a regular basis than to just depend on a vacation, because that's just like daily maintenance. You're not going to wait to drink water and then drink water for a week and then not drink water for 3 more months. Same thing with sunlight, but get more light. All right, this one is a big deal. Exercise daily. And I'm not saying that you have to get all hot and sweaty and gross, but exercise daily. Brisk walk. So walk like you're late for something. That would be my definition of a brisk walk. Walk like you're late for something. 30 minutes every day. Normally, I'll say 3 to 5 times a week, but if you're going through anxiety, you're going to need that daily release. The breathing, getting the heart rate up. You don't have to be some weightlifting warrior, though. If you want to go there, go there. But exercise, do something that challenges your body. 30 minutes every single day. And if you're like me and you'll kind of get bored if all I'm doing is walking, one day make it yoga, another day make it a dance workout, another day make it weights, another day make it walking, whatever you need to do. But 30 minutes a day, and schedule this into your calendar. This is your self-care. This is important and you are worth it. So make sure you schedule it. 30 minutes every single day. We also really need to be watching our diet. Number 1 in your diet, I always have this thing with me. My water bottle, it looks like a coffee mug. I guess you can put whatever you want to in it. But for me, it's a water mug. It's not a coffee mug. I drink 3 of those a day. That's 30 ounces of water. I drink 3 of those a day. That is how much I drink. Your formula for how much you need to drink is look at your body weight in pounds. So I'm about 140 pounds. And then split that in half. So I should drink at least 70 ounces a day. I drink 90, I go over that, that's fine. It's fine to go a little over. I mean, if I was gonna triple that, it'd probably be a little bit too much, but I've never known anyone to drink too much water. But that is your formula. Your body weight in pounds divided by 2, and that's how many ounces of pure water to get every day. I'm not talking about make tea and that counts, or make coffee. Well, there's water in coffee. No, water. So for every ounce of a caffeinated beverage that you have, you need to add an extra ounce of plain water to your water total. Pay attention to your diet, pay attention to your hydration. During the fall and winter, enjoy things that you don't normally enjoy in the summer. I know I love the summer because I can have fresh mango and fresh melon and those things aren't necessarily readily available during the winter months. So instead of saying, oh, well, I can't have those things, I'll say, oh, well, what's great? The root vegetables, the stews that I can make with those, the hearty soups, the things that feel really good, kind of hugs from the inside when you're eating them, right? All right, number 4, start something new. There's nothing to pull you out of a state of stress, anxiety, depression than starting something new. New hobby, new book, new interest, new habit with a friend, new something. Start something new so that you can break the patterns that are in your life. The anxiety exists because you are in a habitual pattern and there's no pattern interrupts. So starting something new puts a pattern interrupt in there, which will confuse your brain a little bit and it'll have to let go of some of the anxiety. All right, reframe your thinking. So I talked a little bit about the food changes that you can make. And one thing that I said is exactly what I'm talking about here. I don't focus on in the fall and winter, and I love summer, y'all. Love spring and summer. Oh, that's my jam. I love warm climates. But in the fall and winter, those foods aren't available. So I don't sit around and go, oh, what I wouldn't do for a watermelon right now. I do fondly remember watermelon and know that it exists somewhere in the world, or the mango or the kiwi or whatever, the dragon fruit. I love that too. But I focus on what is there. Oh, this is root vegetable season. Focus on what is and take joy in what is. It's reframing your thinking. Instead of saying, oh, well, I'm just stuck. I'm stuck inside. I can't go outside. Reframe your thinking. Okay, well, during the summer months, I get to do this. During the winter months, oh, we have an opportunity to spend more time face-to-face, board games. That's something that my family at least, does more in the fall and winter than we do in the spring and summer because we're inside more in the fall and winter than we are in the spring and summer. So look at what you can do instead of what you're prohibited from doing or what you perceive yourself to be prohibited from doing. Does that make sense? And lastly, I kind of started with this. Don't underestimate the very, very valuable participation of a professional in your life. If you don't have a counselor, get a counselor. If you want face-to-face in the same room with someone, I am certain that there are qualified individuals close to where you are geographically. If you would love to meet with someone via phone or over Zoom, you can talk to me or someone else with our GILD coaching group and see if one of us is a good energetic match with you. But have professional help. If you are experiencing anxiety, that outside perspective is invaluable. It is invaluable. And if you'd like to talk with me or someone else on the GILD coaching team, we would love to just do an assessment, figure out where you are, what type of help you need, either help you ourselves or again, make a recommendation for somewhere else for you to go get exactly what you need. And that link is written up on your screen right now. You can also always find our contact information in the video description. So you could open that up and you'll find that link and even more information down there. If this video has been of help to you, give us a thumbs up and check and see if you're a subscriber. If you didn't already subscribe, click that subscribe button and the little bell so that you'll get notifications when we drop videos like this to help you live a happier, more successful life. See you next time.